All right, today is February 15th, 2020. As you can see right here, this is the CNBC homepage. From my understanding, this is basically like some website that says positive things or negative things that will make the stock market either go up or go down. I have no idea how people use websites like this. I look at this shit and all I see is like fucking MSN homepage from like 2006. So I don't know what this is used for. If you understand the hieroglyphics of this fucking page, good for you. I go for all my stock advice for Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Bets is a subreddit that recently has become more and more popular. I've been looking at this for the past like maybe 3 years. I have not really been investing in stocks, really. Well, actually, I do and I don't invest in stocks. Now, when I say invest, I mean I put money. This is what I did in the past, right? In October of 2019, as you can see here, that was like my all-time high in the past year. I mean, we up $294. That's big boy money. I basically decided to invest some money, I think in like maybe August of last year, into Activision. Now, if you don't know what Activision is, it's a game company that makes, it owns Blizzard, makes World of Warcraft, it makes Call of Duty, etc., etc. So my friend told me, hey, listen, Call of Duty's coming out. It's going to be good. You should buy into Activision. It's definitely going to go up. So I'm smart. I'm not stupid. I realized that this was an opportunity to make free money. So I basically invested about $800 into Activision. As you can see here, the money literally just was a plateau, which is fine because as time moves on, obviously money stays the same. It's not like there's anything that's going to make it go down, right? And then it comes to here, and by the way, this is the first time I bought calls. Now, calls are like some magical thing that lets you buy more stocks than you can really afford. And then it came to here where I was up $294 or some shit, which was like, oh my god, amazing, holy shit, I should really sell right now. And I decided to hold it, and thankfully for me, Activision is very pro-China. They basically said, fuck America, and they're like, you know what, we love China, we love them, they're the best, and Reddit and everyone else basically shit all over them, and this is this nice, beautiful, if you know algebra, this is a beautiful parabola right here. Now, the reason why this is a parabola is because I decided when I got my tax return check this year, I said, you know what? I get my tax return check. First of all, I've been working a long time. I'm from a poor family, not a lot of money. And every year my tax return went to bills and dumb shit that my parents did. But then I finally realized that whatever bills I pay for my parents, they just go into debt anyway. So fuck them, and I might as well give it to the U.S. government or, better yet, the stock market. So I decided to invest in the stock market, about $1,800. Technically, it's a little more than $1,800, probably like $2,500 total. And the reason why I say that is because I decided since 2017 to invest in Nokia. Now, here's the thing with me, right? Here's the thing that I'm starting to learn, and the thing that like really is making me scared about the U.S. stock market, because I really feel like a recession is going to hit hard, because like the sentiment, if you use Wall Street Bets, is a lot of people say that stocks only go up, and that ain't no bullshit. Keep it a buck. There's stocks that I don't believe in, and I believe personally they're piece of shit companies. For example, Snapchat. I bought a put on Snapchat because I believe they're a piece of shit and they're fucking garbage. And I sold it when they were like at their low of, I think, what was it, fucking 16 something. This is when I sold it. I sold it when they were like 16, like 16.50, something like that. Just because I was afraid that it was going to rebound. And as you can see, Snapchat is now $17.50. I would have lost money if I kept that call or put, rather. And this is an example. When you see stocks like this, Snapchat going up. Now, what I'm about to show you, if you're watching this at home, please sit down, brace yourself. Please brace yourself. Because if this doesn't prove that the stock market's going to fucking crash, I don't know what is. GameStop went up 15 cents this week, okay? Now, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I don't get it. GameStop, it's a big company. Do you understand that GameStop is a literal piece of fucking shit cancer company? No one should be investing in this piece of shit. The fact that this is up 1 penny is basically a percentage chance that a recession is going to happen. Right now we're sitting at 15%. 15 pennies is 15%. I don't know what else to say, okay? So what I'm trying to say is that I also invested in Nokia. Now, before unlocking the secret hacking method on Robinhood to buy options, I just bought stocks. So my dumbass basically bought I think $400 worth of Nokia stock in 2017 because I believed in them. I'm like, you know what? I love Nokia. They're the best. I basically bought it at an average price of $5 because at the time I was buying when they were like $4.40. Then they started going up to $5.50. Got scared about a little more. Thankfully for me, Nokia decided to hit a 52-week low around the same time that I was investing in stocks. And it was at this point that I said, you know what? I believe in Nokia. They have a 5G offering. They are backed by T-Mobile. And America is basically saying fuck China, fuck Huawei, and they're backing Nokia. Now, this is like a pretty, I would say, a fairly intelligent investment. I believe in the company. I believe in what they're gonna do. So what did I do? I bought, some shares. I also have some Nokia calls for their next earnings. I also bought in the past some long calls in terms of like 2021, 2022. These were actually up way more in the past week as opposed to now. But point is, I think it's a relatively smart decision to invest in Nokia because they have some business, process, right? Now, what I'm about to say is really making me shook because I'm like, dude, the stock market's gonna fucking die. Is because there's just like wild speculation about dumb shit. This right here is this is the most successful call I bought this week, right? Now, this past 2 weeks, I decided to invest in Microsoft because Microsoft had a good earnings. They had a Pentagon contract with the government until fucking cuck Jeff Bezos decided to open his fucking mouth. And now, goddamn, Microsoft is in a lawsuit. It's all right. I think Donald Trump's going to do the right thing. And by the right thing, I mean say fuck Jeff Bezos. So I bought some contracts from Microsoft. As you can see, overall, I'm up 50%. You know what I mean? It's not that bad. And by the way, I'm retarded. I'm not going to lie to you. But at least I'm buying calls that expire during earnings week, and at least I'm not buying more than I can afford. I mean, yeah, I'm probably going to fucking end up going bankrupt, but it'll probably take a little bit longer since I'm not buying as many calls. But the point I'm trying to make is that I'm investing in Nokia, good company. Their interests are with the U.S. government, with the T-Mobile, with 5G, Microsoft, gigantic company, Apple. Don't talk about Apple right now. But this company, Spicy. This company, Spicy, is the one that did the best this week. It went up 100% on the last day of the market. Who goes up 100% on a Friday before a fucking 3-day weekend? Why? Why would it go up that much? Now, Spice, if you don't know, is actually Virgin Galactic. It's basically a company that sends people to the moon. And by the moon, I mean they just fly them in the air. They're in zero gravity for a little bit, and then they come back down. Now this is basically just a company made by a rich guy for rich people. It went up 100%, and the reason why it went up 100% is not because there was any news. There was no news for this to go up. There was literally nothing. The only reason this went up is because of speculation. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. A lot of people realize this, and a lot of people are like, "What the fuck?" So people like me, I invested in it. I'm not gonna lie, I invested in it because I'm like, you know what? Speculation. They have earnings February 26th, and this is what I was thinking when I was buying it. I don't believe in this company. I don't believe in fucking Spicy. They ain't gonna do shit. The reason why I bought this call is because I thought by February 26th, not next week, but the week after, it's their earnings week. There's going to be interest. People are going to invest in them. They're basically going to be another Tesla where people are just like, fuck it, let's throw money at it and see what happens. And within 3 days of buying this call, I think I bought it like Wednesday, my returns are in total up 80%. Now, here's the thing, okay? 80 fucking... Here's the thing, right? This sets a bad precedent because now I'm looking at this going, oh, if only I invested more, I'd be up... Dude, do you understand? Up 100% in one day, up 80% in total. So you're telling me that I invested, let's say I invested tenfold, I'd be up 800%. I'm pretty sure that's how percentages work. So now I'm missing out on all this money. Now I, a stupid mongoloid, am going to think I should invest more. Now here's the thing. Here's a great lesson in reality and magic. Now this isn't even the first taste I had with speculative investing. The one thing that made me believe that for real, the market's going to fucking die is the one, the only Tesla. Now Tesla has had a rough has had a rough pass. They've been trending at about $200 for a very long time. And I just want to say I would like to just take this moment and say, for real, remember how earlier I mentioned that I decided to invest in Activision because some friend told me to invest in Activision? Well, this same friend actually bought Tesla stock, right? Tesla stock at its all-time low. He bought it at $190, right? or at least less than 200. I remember that, and he held it, and he was like, you know what, I believe in Tesla. They're a company, da da da. I love Tesla. They're the best. This, that, and the third. Or you know what, actually, yeah, it probably was here when he bought it. Yeah, it probably was May of 2019. So he bought Tesla stocks, and he was holding, and he was thinking, you know what? Why would I just stay in Tesla, who at the time had a kind of a bumpy road? He said, fuck Tesla, right? He said, fuck Tesla. He sold all his Tesla stock, made some profit, and put it all in Activision. He lost it all, unfortunately. By the way, all the stock that he had, premium stock, he put into short-term calls in Activision and lost that. Now, I to be honest, if I was him, maybe I would have gone down the same road, but I would have left half in Tesla just as, you know, you come in at such a low, there's like nowhere else to go but up. Unfortunately, Activision went to shit, and recently Tesla hit, you know, like 300% growth in the span of 2 months. Yeah, not a big deal. The reason why I bring this up is not just to say that I'm contemplating suicide and my friend is fucking depressed as well. The reason why I bring this up is because I bought into Tesla. I actually did drink the Kool-Aid. My God, did I drink the fucking Kool-Aid. And I actually did buy some calls. So here's the history, right? Here's the history, right? Now, here's the thing. This is the thing that scares me personally, right? So on February 3rd, I bought a $1,160 call. February 28th, end of this month, buy. It was $380. Now, if I could go back in time, I would have held this call. Because I ended up selling it shortly after for a net gain of $100 because I was scared. I'm like, dude, I'm investing in Tesla for no reason. It was all speculation. I'm like, dude, Tesla could die. Like, Tesla at this point was up. It opened at market, went up $150, and I'm like, dude, Tesla could go down. Like, there's no reason for this to go up. Nothing. Earnings week had just came out. This wasn't really powered by earnings. It was just going up, up, and up. Now, unfortunately for me, if I had held on to this call, first of all, Tesla could possibly still hit 1,160, but more so than the stock, the speculation related to it literally fucking zoomed to the atmosphere. Like, I was so upset and so salty that I actually did buy a $1,500 call shortly after. This is one of the things, this is why, like, I'm trying to learn, like, if you're going to fucking invest. Don't just fucking buy it and then sell it in the short term. This $100 would have turned into at least $10,000, because for real, right now, if I'm not mistaken, if I go back, like, say if I wanted to options trade, like, say if I wanted to, I don't know if they let you do this in their shitty fucking website. Jesus Christ, Robinhood. If I ever need a job, I'm a fucking, okay, here we go, Tesla options. Say if I wanted to buy that same exact thing, let's say I want to go with expiring February 28th. I want a call, and I'm going to say that it's 1,160, which is what I just had. And if I wanted to buy that same fucking call, I would have to pay, oh, damn, what the fuck? That's it? Oh, well, that's the thing. Okay, so you got to understand. Basically, these calls are 100% speculation, right? And a lot of times the calls aren't directly linked to the stock. So, for example, right now, if I wanted to buy that same February 28th call, right, 1,160, it's closer to the date, you know what I mean? There's less room for it to grow, and it's looks like it's $168, right? Now, the thing is with this is that, let's just go ahead and say March 20th for the same price. Let's see. Okay, now we're getting into the fucking big range, fucking big boys. All of a sudden, that's like 8. It's still relatively low. Let's go ahead and look at Tesla calls after their next earnings. I think there's going to be a difference in price for 1,160. Oh boy, is that $4,000 for that one call? So you got to understand, at this point, Tesla has become, instead of white hot, it's just hot. But no bullshit, dude. This same call for like February 28th, once I had bought it, it was trending just to buy into it like $8,000. Like, I was so fucking salty that people were like buying into that, and I could have made like, you know, a couple thousand at the very least. I know some people made, like, some guy turned $1,000 in Tesla calls into $50,000. And you got to understand that, like, it got so bad to the point of, like, because basically what ended up happening with Tesla is that people were just buying. It was going up, up, up. And then what ended up happening is that the Tesla bears, you know, they got their big boy pants on. They said, we need to buy some motherfucking puts and put these bitches to rest. So after Tesla hit a scorching hot $945, they went and broke down to $723, and they have steadily been going up. As you can see, the speculation around Tesla is fucking ridiculous, and people don't. It's hard to say. People believe in Tesla, but if you look at it from an investing standpoint, like for example, all these calls are in the red, but I put on that magical put, and all of a sudden shit is looking real fucking different. I think no bullshit. Yeah, the puts are like 10 times more expensive as the fucking calls. Jesus Christ. So the point I'm trying to make here is, right now I'm investing in the stock market. I'm technically up $244. Shout out to Spicy. Technically, I feel like the market, it can only go, like, let's look at it from this perspective. The market in 2019, if you invested in 2019 looking at different stocks, a lot of stocks went up. There was never a point where there was like a standstill. Apple hit a 52-week high every 5 minutes. And it's just like, holy shit, the market is fucking amazing. This type of growth is not sustainable to begin with, but now you have a lot more speculation. You have a fucking company that sends rich people to the fucking outer space. Like, how profitable can this be? How many billionaires who don't own their own spaceship are going to pay to go on a spaceship and then go out to fucking, you know, the fucking stratosphere? I have no idea. As you can see, I really, to be completely honest with you, the biggest problem I'm going to have is, what am I going to do with this call? It's one call. Do I cash out 100% returns, or do I pray to God that this becomes the next Tesla and speculation increases, and instead of 100% returns, we're looking at like plus 1,000 returns? I don't know. To be completely honest with you, right now investing in the stock market is both an amazing time as well as a scary time, because as you can see here, I went down with Activision, and then once I started investing, I started the grind back up to the positive side. Me personally, I think I'm probably going to trade a little bit more, buy a couple more calls, try to be conservative, but at the same time be stupid. And I think come election year, whether it's Bernie Sanders or Donald Trump, something's happening to the market that ain't going to be good. But hey, you know what they say. Every good day is only a day before a bad one. The better things are, the only worse they can get. And at the end of the day, this is just something I do to try to fill some type of void and preoccupy myself, and it pretty much distract me from the stupidity of existence. So at the end of the day, I'm in the green. Money is fucking printing. Space is gonna go to the fucking moon. Your boy's gonna be eating chicken fucking tenders with the motherfucking honey mustard dipping sauce. I don't see how this could go wrong.
At the end of every single video, make sure you ask people to rate and subscribe to your content. It makes them feel like they're involved even though they're really not. And most importantly, make sure they comment on every single video. If you have to, disguise it. You know, call it something like the question of the day. And really make them think you're gonna really read it when you really don't have to. Ha ha ha!